Humpty Dumpty. He liked that name. He thought it sounded important, powerful. He wasn't really powerful, not in the real world, but here, in this building, he was king. He was the building manager. That meant he was in charge. He collected the rent. He handled complaints more like annoyances from the tenants. He didn't like them much. They were just numbers to him, dollar signs. The building was old, run down. But it was in a good location. People needed a place to live. He knew that. He used that. He charged them extra for everything. Key deposit, sure. Window cleaning? You bet. He smiled. Life was good for now. Rent day. His favorite day. He loved seeing the worry in their eyes, the desperation. They needed to live here, and he held the keys. Literally, he'd lose rent checks, then charge them late fees. He'd find the checks later, after the fees were paid. He'd pocket the difference. It was easy. He'd invent problems, plumbing issues, electrical problems. He had a guy, cheap, did shoddy work, but it looked convincing enough. He'd charge the tenants for the repairs, more money for him. He chuckled. They were so easy to fool. He had a system. Every week, he'd pick an apartment. He had a master key, let himself in. Easy, he was careful. Wore gloves, didn't want to leave fingerprints. He had a little camera hidden in a button. He'd film everything, bank statements, credit card bills, passwords written on sticky notes. He found it all. He'd download the footage later, in his office. It started small. Whispers, rumors, tenants talking about missing money, strange charges on their credit cards. They couldn't figure it out. A young woman, Sarah. She was the first to speak up. She noticed the pattern, the break-ins, the missing money, the weird charges, always after Humpty had been in her apartment. She started asking questions, talking to other tenants. They compared stories. The pieces started to fit together. They went to the police. At first they didn't believe it. A building manager stealing from tenants sounded crazy, but Sarah was persistent. She had proof, photos, dates, times. The police started to listen. They brought in a specialist. Cyber crimes, he looked at the evidence, the camera footage, the financial records. He found the connections. They had enough. It was time to pay Humpty a visit. Section 6, abandoned on the wall. Humpty was in his office, counting his money, smiling. He didn't hear them coming. The door burst open. Police officers, Sarah, other tenants, they were everywhere. Humpty panicked. He tried to hide the money, but it was too late. They had him dead to rights. The police read him his rights. He barely listened. He kept looking at the door, hoping, waiting, but no one else came. No lawyers, no one from corporate. He was on his own. Section 7, all the king's men, the corporation, they were quick to distance themselves, issued a statement, shocked and appalled. A bad apple. They threw him under the bus without hesitation. He was a liability, a PR nightmare. Easier to get rid of him, cut their losses, move on. He was just a pawn, a small piece in their big game. They didn't care about him. He was replaceable, expendable. Section 8, no one likes scrambling eggs. The trial was quick, the evidence was overwhelming. Humpty was found guilty on all counts. He was sentenced to prison for a long time. He lost everything, his job, his apartment, his freedom. He was alone, broken, defeated. The king had fallen, and no one was coming to put him back together again. Section 9, don't look down. The day after his release, he found himself in a room with locked doors. Something from the night before. Did he have too much to drink? Humpty couldn't remember. He knocked on the doors, no one answered. Silence. Was this the price for his actions? He closed his eyes, took a deep breath. There on the table, a bowl of berries and a revolver. A letter from Omnicrop saying, "Thank you for your employment. We'll no longer be needing you service."
This script was brought to you by Grad Fawkes.
May your expansion be eternal and a positive addition to the universe.